Sagittarius. Hello, everybody. So I'm Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I live in Carmel, Indiana. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're some of my old subscribers, welcome back. I'm going to see what's going on for the second half of November. I'm going to pull some tarot, however many that fall out, and see what we're talking about. Love, career, life. Way too many. See how things are going in your world. I'm a Sagittarius moon. I don't usually get a whole lot out of the Sagittarius readings when I watch them. That one felt like it wanted to come out. Okay, what do we got here? Something's coming to an end. But I feel like it's something good coming to an end because you guys have had a lot of bad stuff going on lately. So what's coming to an end for Sagittarius? Hopefully it's the end of their bad luck. I need a couple more, at least one. There's two more. So let's see what this says. All right. First one that came up was the King of Pentacles. So everything about this feels like it is money related, career related. So the King of Pentacles would be you, but I feel like you're not feeling very happy with your money situation, with your work situation, because the Tower came. So I feel like there's going to be an ending. Maybe you finally feel like you have, because this came in the reverse position. This is someone who's been like working diligently. And these three cards together to me say, I am sick of working my ass off and not getting anywhere. And I am done with this situation. So whatever situation that you feel like you have been spending a lot of mental energy on, time on, a project or something like that, you're kind of like, you know what? I'm spinning my wheels. This isn't going anywhere and I'm done. That is the feeling that I am getting from that, from those first three cards, because you're fighting something. So whatever it is, I feel like you're kind of fighting a battle that nobody else seems to be fighting. And you're just kind of getting done with that and tired of that. In this case, I don't feel like you're the one handing out the money. I feel like you are in a place of where you're begging for something. It's like you're begging for someone to give you some attention. It's like you've got these thoughts, these ideas that you have worked on, and nobody's paying any attention to you. So in this case, you would be the guy here where my finger's at instead of the other one. It's like this one gets the attention and this guy right here is the one that you are. You're like, I've been trying to get someone to pay attention to me for weeks or months or whatever. And it's like, I just feel like my efforts are going nowhere. So I am done messing with this situation. And discouraged. When I see this, I feel like this card just tells me that you're just kind of discouraged at this point because you're over it. Whatever this situation is, you are over it. I'm going to do some clarifications on, let's do a clarification on the Tower card. Clarification on the Tower card, please. Clarification on the Tower card for Sagittarius. Eight of Wands. So some sort of communication that is not coming in. Otherwise, this would be like quick moving energy coming in, but I feel like it was in the reverse position. So that's one of the things that you're just kind of, you're waiting on some sort of communication. You've just like kind of spent all this time doing everything and you're not getting communication about it, and you're just like, I'm over it. So whatever it is, you're kind of at your wit's end is the feeling. Like I said, that when I saw the Moon card, it just made me feel like you were just very discouraged. Anything else that wants to come out to clarify? No. Okay. So let's do, like I can see my camera shaking around. Let's do some emotions. What kind of emotions are we dealing with here? Angry in the reverse position. I feel like in this case, it's kind of like you have been angry in the past, but now it's kind of like you've moved beyond that. It's kind of like you just decided, you know, in a relationship, the worst thing that can happen is when someone still has emotions attached to something, they'll be mad or frustrated or whatever. And you know a relationship is over when there are no longer those feelings there. You've given up, you're done, you're not even angry anymore because you're just beyond that point. The trapped feeling, okay, the trapped came in reverse position. So I feel like you maybe felt like you were trapped before, but now you've kind of made that mental decision of, I'm not staying in this situation any longer. I'm not staying mentally trapped anymore. That kind of goes along with I'm not even angry anymore. I don't feel trapped anymore because I'm just done. You know, you felt that way before, but now it's like you've moved beyond that in your head. Although you're still feeling a little resentful and irritated about the situation, the emotions are kind of dying down because angry and irritated are, you know, maybe the same, on the same spectrum. Angry being over here and irritated just kind of, you know, whatever. Longing in the reverse position. Yearning, wistful, homesick. And I feel like that's saying that you're longing for your old ways, a different time in your life that was better. And afraid is kind of up in the air right at the moment because you're afraid you're never going to get back to that point. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. Let's see what the numerology cards have to say here. So I think being aware of a situation that you have been spending time and energy on and realizing that it is no longer a good place to put your time and energy. I think that's what's happened right now, is you're just aware that something is happening and you're just like, okay, so it's time to move on from whatever this situation is. It's time to move on. And domestic harmony came up in the reverse position because you don't feel like you have any domestic harmony right now. And that's what you're trying to move away from. You're trying to move towards domestic harmony. Take a time out. Take a breath. Realize that this is on its way out the door. How am I doing on time? Bracelet scratching the table. All right. That one felt like it wanted to come out, and I caught it. And that one. What else do you have to say to Sagittarius about this situation? All right, we'll take them all. Change. Yeah. You're in the middle of change, or change is about ready to happen. It hasn't yet because it wasn't in the upright position. So it's right around the corner. So that's good. That means that whatever has been going on, it's just a short period away before it's going to change to, like, the pendulum's going to swing to the other side. Okay. Add a little self-love in there. Quit being so hard on yourself. I feel like you think this is your fault. Whatever is going on, I feel like you think this is all your fault. But I want you to realize that it's not all your fault. Yeah, you had something to do with it, but don't forget that you came down here to learn lessons. And anytime stuff like this comes up, this is all karmic related. This is all karma balancing. This is all lesson learning. This is all about what you and the universe planned out ahead of time. So while you're going through this, feels like it's going as slow as syrup. It's just a blip in your lifetime, and it's just a matter of time before it's going to be out, because you cannot be, as they say, it doesn't rain 24/7 all day long. Eventually the sun comes out. So if you feel like it has been raining and thundering forever and ever and ever, it won't be that way forever. It's like it's starting to stop raining. The clouds are starting to dissipate, and the sun is on its way. You can see it off in the distance. It's just still at the moment, it's, maybe it's not pouring down rain. It's just sprinkling. So things are starting to subside. There's that forgiveness. That keeps coming up a lot. Forgiveness coming up a lot. You haven't forgiven somebody that needs to be forgiven. And maybe that's part of this lesson, is forgiving something, forgiving a situation or someone, so you can move forward in this journey. And then financial discipline came in the reverse position. A lot of stuff in reverse position. So somewhere along the line, I feel like you need to work on your financial discipline, and that might be where you're being kind of hard on yourself. And manifestation is in the reverse position. I can't believe all of these cards came in the reverse position. So anyway, the only one that didn't come out in the reverse position was the timeout one. All right. So work on manifesting, getting to that next point. Figure out where, you don't want to be in this situation anymore. So journal and think about where you want to be. It's like get your map out. And if you want to go from here to here, then figure out what your journey is to get to over here. I'm like, I took a trip out west. I had a GPS, so I knew where I was going all the time. I have a journal that I journal in all the time. I know where I want my life to be, and that's what I am working towards every day. If you don't know where you want your life to be, and you're just kind of like, well, whatever happens, happens. This is why you end up with this shit stuff, is because you don't have a clear focus on how you want your life to be. And if it's got garbage in it, then remove the garbage so you can get to the happy part, which is obviously what everybody wants. But if you don't have a clear picture of what happy looks like, figure that out. I don't know why that's frustrating the hell out of me, because I have this conversation with a lot of people. And it's like, if you don't know what your happy place looks like, then how the fuck do you think it's ever going to show up? Time is at 16. Okay. Well, Whispers of Healing, what do you have to say? This is from the guides. Your higher self, oversoul, past loved ones. Let's take that one and that one. And a couple more. And if hydrate comes out, I'm going to laugh, because hydrate seems to come out 75% out of these healing, Whispers of Healing cards, which cracks me up. Apparently, we all need to drink more water. All right, let's see what they say. Choice. You have a choice to stay where you're at or move forward. So do that. Make a decision. Replenish. If what you've been doing isn't working for you, then I feel like you need to take a step back and think about things, and that will be where you kind of replenish. And maybe that's why you aren't getting where you want to do, is because you're just kind of like, and you need to let the dust settle. You need to let your mind clear. You need to get focused on what it is you are trying to accomplish. And that might be why what you're looking for isn't coming, is because you're not clear on where you're going. Meditation. Well, that goes along with it. That's basically what I was trying to say. Sensitivity. I feel like that message was for me. I need to be more sensitive to the situation. What does that say? Flow. Let the universe flow. Let the universe do its job. Try to stay out of its way while it's trying to get you where you want to go. But at the same time, you need to know where you're going. So you need to have a clear channel, a clear thought process of what you are working towards. And I feel like a lot of you don't have that right now. It's like you're mad at the universe because they're not bringing you anything, but you're not giving them a clear channel or a clear indication of what it is you want them to bring you. So I guess that's the whole point of this, is get clear so they can bring it to you. You know what you don't want, but the thing is that you don't have a clear thing of what you do want. So I think that's what they're saying, is get that figured out. The contrast. You know what you don't want, figure out what you do want, and tell them, and be very clear about what you do want in your life. All right, Sag, that is your second half of November reading. I will see you December 1st. Bye.